the World Miracle Peace experiment was such a wonderful confirmation and of everything that I know, that we are all one, that we are powerful beyond measure when we unite together, and also that we can create change in this world. And that was demonstrated in the World Miracle Peace experiment, because it was third-party statistics that showed the level of violence dropping during the period of our meditation. And you guys were all part of that.
Yeah.
So how amazing was that? You know, what a beautiful expression of what we can do together. And so I guess the question is, what are we going to do? I want to do a meditation today, and if that works for everybody, I think that's a really great place for us to start with the meditation. And so I am going to mute everybody so that we won't have any before we get started. Hi, Jim. It's nice to see you. I'm just trying to mute everybody that, okay, well, if you guys would mute yourself, we'll do a meditation, and then we'll all join in and see where we're going to go from here. You know, I'd like to do something weekly, whether it's a class, what other ideas that you guys might have. Definitely adding a meditative part to it. And I know that that when we're all together, that we can create something really wonderful. So why don't we all sit up straight, tuck your chin in a little bit. It locks the neck lock, the Jalandhar band. The back of your neck is straight, your spine is straight. It allows the energy to flow all the way up your spine. And just breathe, just inhale through your nostrils. Feel the air, the prana going down, all the way down into your belly. Allow your belly to expand. And exhale, following the breath as it flows all the way up and out through your nostrils. Inhaling, and close your eyes, get comfortable. Inhaling all the way down below your navel, letting the belly expand with the breath. And we're all breathing in unison, which is also unifying as we exhale all the way out through the nostrils. Inhaling all the way down and exhaling. On the next breath, let's envision beautiful golden breath coming in and filling up our entire being all the way down, expanding out through the auric field, and exhaling, cleansing anything that's stressful. And again, we're going to inhale this beautiful golden love. Feel it going in and releasing any stress or tension. And we bring in the Holy Spirit, the angels. We can bring in anyone that you like, any being that you like who is someone that's known for peace. Mother Mary, Kuan Yin. Just let them come in and join our beautiful group. So we all join together in love. And put your hands over your heart. Bring your awareness underneath your hands. The beautiful emerald heart center. We feel it expand as we move our hands away. We feel it expanding beyond our heart. We breathe into this heart center. And as we exhale, we notice that it's expanding. The beautiful light expanding far beyond our chest. Inhaling and expanding this with love. Just feel the love filling up your heart and expanding out as we all join virtual hands. We join together, sending love into the center and to everyone on our broadcast, on our Zoom call, everyone, whether you're here now or later, you're all included. Feeling enveloped in love, in each other's love, feeling that love merge within you, without you. We are all love, and the love in the center, our center of our group, is intensifying and intensifying and intensifying. We recognize the identity of who we are, what we are. We know that we're not limited by any bodies, that we're all one beautiful self, and we're united within our Creator, within Source, all one self. And herein lies our power, our beautiful unity, our one self, joined together, blessing everyone on the call, but we're also holding our beautiful planet in the center of our group. And we see this planet enveloped in a beautiful golden light, a light of purification, a light of love, a light that sees all of the inhabitants, all of the people on our planet, all of humanity. We see them through a love filter. We see the love that's shining in everyone, even though they may not know it. That beautiful spark is within everyone on our beautiful planet. And as we shine this beautiful golden light on the whole planet, it ignites that spark in everyone on the planet, no matter their circumstances, no matter their self-concept, their perception of who they are. We can see beyond this. We can see within them the beautiful light of who they really are, beyond the role that they're playing on the planet at this particular junction. There is this holy light, this sacred light that's shining within them. And it is this that we are addressing in everyone on the planet. And we see that light. And we see it glowing in everyone, that when we look at the planet, it's alive with light, shining from within every heart on the planet. We hold this vision. Because as we wake up, as we ignite these sparks of love within us, we begin to step into our purpose, and we begin to recognize our unity, our oneness with each other. And we also go into our beautiful Mother Earth, and we look for the light inside Mother Earth. And we see that light intensifying and growing. And her beautiful love light is expanding and expanding to envelop the whole planet and into Mother Earth's auric field. We bless the earth. We bless all of humanity, all sentient beings on our beautiful planet. We bless all the heavenly beings who are here with us to guide us. And we feel the love and blessings enveloping us as well. This is sacred work. And we accept the love and the blessings. We're ready. Come back. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and come back. Here we are. And, as I was saying before, there were so many wonderful things that I've learned from the World Miracle Peace Experiment. And just really just reaffirmed, how powerful that we are. And especially when we are all united as one. That's the big lesson. And as I said last week, I'm open to having, just a course or, just a regular meeting and sharing like a satsang, just whatever channels through. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. What would you guys like to do on a weekly basis, if that's available to you? How does that sound for you? What would you like?
I like the meditation, the weekly meditations.
Oh, have a weekly meditation? Absolutely.
Yeah, like what you're doing today.
Yeah. Well, I love it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and whatever else that you have, chanting or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, chanting is
Chanting.
good. Yeah.
When you say course, what kind of course are you thinking?
I don't know. Like I've been a lifelong student of A Course in Miracles, so I've been teaching it basically for probably close to 40 years. So that's really the base of what I do. But I've studied other disciplines and modalities and healing. Different things come up. I mean, we might have maybe a healing one week or just a satsang, just with information that might just come through. I sort of did that in the World Miracle Peace Experiment. Things would just come, and then I do a little meditation. And might be something like that. I'm pretty fluid. I try to prepare for things, but it doesn't usually work.
I know. No, that sounds like a wonderful option to me, actually.
Good. And then also, we could meet on Zoom, we could meet on Facebook Live. Facebook Live is kind of cool, except what I do notice is people come in and out. They're just like, oh, I want to show up and, and support you. So I'll be here for a second just so you can see me, and then I'm gone. And I think, when with something like this, if we want to have more of an effect, I think we really need to be here and present. And those are just my thoughts. What do you guys think?
Zoom is more interactive, isn't it? Is Facebook Live interactive or?
Well, I get comments,
Right,
and
okay.
so it's a little distracting also. Um,
Uh-huh.
what's kind of cool with Zoom is that I can mute people if I want.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't mute the comments, yeah.
The thing with Facebook Live is, as you're so spot on, Marbeth. People come in and out, and they may not be able to have the experience of your amazing energy and communication. So this just seems like such a better platform for the focus that you want. Uh,
Yeah,
the other piece too is you have a lot more. You as a facilitator have a lot more flexibility with the muting, with the not muting, and allowing us to see one another. You're using all the senses, whereas with Facebook Live, you can't do that.
no, I can't.
No,
But and I know that there's a way to broadcast over Facebook Live from
well,
Zoom.
you need to use, yes, with Zoom, you can, I think it is on the plan that you have.
I think so.
You can actually connect to Facebook Live.
So that might be an interesting thing to do also.
Or use something like Be Live.
Yeah, I might do that. I have a few issues with Be Live. It doesn't recognize my computer, so I actually have to go incognito in order to use Be Live. I could probably do that,
Yeah.
but that also has. I don't think we can do this, but maybe we could.
The other thing I wanted to mention was about the meditation. I love the idea of having a weekly Sunday meditation to start the week off on the right note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also it would be, maybe we could, I could edit that meditation out and put it and post it, and that could in the group, and that would be something that we could do every day. Just kind of do like, and they're short. For some reason, I always cut to the chase. I don't waste a lot of words.
That works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that Facebook Live has lots more people.
it has lots more people. Yeah. So if we could do this, and then people could join in on the Zoom call if they want, and then the meditation will be up. We could do it on Facebook Live, but also have the Zoom platform. I like this.
Yes,
It just
because
feels more intimate.
they're already on Facebook, so they like to join live things.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now I'm the exact opposite. I don't like anything Facebook Live.
Oh,
No.
I love it.
You were able to join, Grace.
Yeah, well, I did see it on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, good, it's on Zoom. I ran upstairs and put it on where I don't know. There's something about Facebook Live that I find extremely alienating.
Yeah.
Just me.
No, it's not just you. When I started the World Miracle Peace Experiment, I actually started it on my conference line, but I had technical issues and it wouldn't work. So I grabbed my phone and I just said, okay, we're going to do live. And I hadn't done a live before, but it just evolved like that. And it worked. I mean, people did come together, and then there's been some spin-offs from that, which is wonderful. I mean, it's all about, we want to extend this. We want to extend the love and the blessings. So that I think would be really good. There's certain really important things that really help with the unification, as we allow more forgiveness into our lives, as we open up to uniting with other cultures. I think we all have different biases, and how wonderful that these biases can show us where we need to let go of different of separation ideas, things that are keeping us separate from other people. Because anybody that triggers that Oh, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore,
Mhm.
Terry. Yeah. Um, anybody who's that does that is
Talking about
actually,
that earlier today.
yes, your teacher. They are your teachers. And I have that, you know, I have my people that I'm like, I don't really want to have anything to do with you. And, you know, and it just really shows me, well, this is where I need to work. This is my area of creating more unity. And just because you know, you can let go of that, it doesn't mean that they need to be your best friend and you need to spend all your time with them or any time with them. It just means that you're free of, you know, it becomes a preference. You don't have to avoid people because I don't want their energy in my space. There are people that you may not want to have their energy in your space. So we don't have to, you know, let people into our lives just because we think, well, everybody is one and we have to be one with all of them. That's fine. You know, we can still surround them with love and recognize, okay, this is an area that I may still need to work on. I had that with my ex-husband, where I just, you know, I've been there, done that, had that energy, and you know, I wish him love. I surround him with love, and I feel good. You know, I don't avoid. I just don't interact. You know, it's different. You know, and I think that's important for healing. You know, if anybody's triggering you, it's really a great opportunity to look at, you know, like what is there in me that I need to release? What is there in me that is feeling threatened by this person? And then love is going to heal everything. It's the great healer. And that's really what we are. And we don't have to do everything ourselves anyway. We can always ask, you know, God, Source, Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh is Holy Spirit in Hebrew, you know, whatever it is, you know, you just say, you know, hey, I need some help here. Help me see this person through a love lens. I want to see them through a love lens. And, you know, even people that have been abused, and I've been in that situation also, you don't have to, you know, spend time with the perpetrator. You know, you can just let go. This is a story. It happened to me in the past. And I just, you know, it happened for my growth. It happened for my evolvement. And now I can let it go. So anyway, those are just some thoughts that came up. But I think those are things that we could put into practice this week. You know, to really work on noticing what bothers me, what is triggering any fear or distance in me, separation, and then how can I see this differently? And actually, when you ask a question, like an open-ended question, like how can I see this differently, it shifts. Things shift because you're actually going through the resistance. You know, you're opening up to a different way and you're allowing in a different way of looking at things. So I think that's pretty cool. Any thoughts?
I find that we're only human and we have human reactions to everything. And I'm a very emotional person, and I have, you know, my moments of when I get angry and mad at people and all that, and I don't see anything wrong with that myself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Because I'm only human. We're only human. And so I find when I'm trying to put myself in a different place than how I'm feeling, it's very hard. So it's like there's resistance to that.
Sure.
And so it's just that's why the world it is the way it is, right? Because you know, not everybody is like we try to be loving and peaceful and kind, and then things come up in our personal lives that trigger us.
But those triggers are wonderful opportunities for
And
your growth. Like all things are lessons that God would have me learn as a lesson from A Course in
yeah,
Miracles.
yeah,
And what a great thing. I think that emotions are like clouds, and they come in and out and they just flow. And so there's a thunderstorm there. You've got your anger and it's like, ah, and then there's the rain. And then it's calm. And these just, it's just like these clouds just flow in and out. We don't want them to get stuck. When they get stuck, and every time you think of a particular person, you start to feel on edge, or you feel threatened, or you're feeling that your gut tightens, then it's something you want to look at and ask to see that a different way, because they're there to show you that you have something to release. And, there are lots of ways to release it.
I find that I get more resistance when I say I want to see it differently. I said no, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I want to feel what I'm feeling and just go through it. Like,
Yeah.
that's the
Well,
way.
here's the thing. You don't want to say, I want to see this a different way, because obviously you don't.
Really. I said I could say that forever, and I still don't see it differently.
Exactly. But if you say, help me see it a different way. Help me see it a different way. Or what if I could? Now, here's an open-ended question. If I could see this a different way, what would that look like? Now that does bypass your resistance, because if you're saying, I want to see it a different way, obviously you don't. So now you're resisting yourself because you're trying to tell yourself something that's not true. But if you say, what if I could see this a different way? What would that look like? Now, there is no resistance there. Try it.
And it's just that I always have this, I try to be kind and loving, and then because I'm such a sensitive person, people trigger me emotionally because I'm sensitive emotionally.
Sure.
So this is the thing. This is my thing, right, with me. And I figured I'm not Mother Teresa, and I don't want to be Mother Teresa.
And she isn't perfect either.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and and we all have our good days and bad days, and this is how I don't really want to feel bad for not being, my best self every day,
And I think that's really good, because otherwise you're judging yourself and saying, oh, I was a bad person because I thought all those bad things about so-and-so.
Yeah, I judge
Don't want to
myself
judge
all the
yourself.
time. Like, I'm not being a good person, and why am I still not, being the way I want to be? And
Yeah, you don't want to judge yourself.
I'm human.
If you're judging yourself, then you're going to, you start to blame yourself and thinking you're comparing yourself to other people. And, these are all ego things that we do
Yeah, ego.
for ourselves. Yeah, just to put ourselves down. So just love yourself. It's like, okay, I blew up.
Now
I can make another decision.
we still have our egos to live with.
Yeah, we do. But what I love is that when we do these meditations, we actually move beyond the physical self, and we move into the realm of the quantum field, where we can navigate in this field, and that's where miracles can happen.
Yes.
It's a place of miracles, which is wonderful.
Yeah, it's so peaceful.
Yeah.
During the meditation, it's so peaceful.
Yeah. And I think that I know some of the things that I got from doing the World Miracle Peace Experiment was that my health got better. I felt so much better, and I felt much more peaceful, much more grounded, and I also heard from other people about how they felt too, because you're the more love that we share with others, the more comes back to us. So we're actually, when we are blessing other people, we're blessing ourselves. It's a beautiful thing. Anybody else?
Well, I just wanted to share one of the things that I've been working on this year has been kind of my theme is to, what consciousness and space can I be to accept everybody's judgment, to move away from the feeling that how other people judge me is any reflection on myself, and therefore I can award them the same capacity, that I don't need to judge whether they're right, they're wrong, they're doing what I want them to do or don't want them to do. It is very much an egoic control, that judgment. And when you peel it back and you continue to peel back the judgment layer, you really begin to get into the underlayers of your own healing. Why is it that I feel like that is this way? So you're accepting your emotional component to it, but you're also beginning to see yourself as maybe not the center of the universe.
Oh, you mean I'm not?
Yeah, sorry.
Aw.
Putting that ego on the back corner.
Yeah, and I think it's wonderful that, as we recognize every time that we feel like a twinge of upset, what an opportunity I have to look at what this is. Where'd that come from?
Well, on a really personal, so I'm going to get really personal here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I hide so much. I have a neighbor who's going through an emotional turmoil. And one of the things is that her son is an addict. And we were talking, and she was talking about turning over her husband's business to her son. And I'm like, you cannot do this. He's an addict. You cannot do this. It's prescription drugs. And I said, he's still an addict. And I was like upset with her. I was angry with her. And I'm like, and this went on for a couple of days. And, I could hear myself having this conversation with her. And the step back was, that moment when I realized is that I was very angry with myself for not recognizing that my daughter had an addiction problem. And it was like I wasn't ready to deal with that layer up until this very moment. That, okay, now you get to address what this is really about. This was really never about your neighbor being blind to her son. This was really about me being blind to my own daughter. Yeah. So I think, if you're going to heal, and we heal so the world will heal. This is not just me. If I heal this for me, I'm healing this for hundreds of thousands of other people.
Oh, yeah.
And when you keep that perspective that this isn't, about me or covering up my feelings. This is really about, this exists here on this plane, and it needs to be cleaned and cleared and worked through.
And, we're never upset for the reason we think we are.
Well, I thought, I thought I was in touch with myself, and I thought I'd healed all these layers, and there it was. And it was like a little beast. And I'm like, what, this poor woman, her life is falling apart, and I'm mad at her. What am I mad at her for? So, I think there's a lot to acknowledge when things are triggering you, because quite frankly, there's almost nothing going on in the world that's really entitled to such ferocity.
No, it's very true.
It's, it's what's underneath it.
Oh, I love this Zoom. We can really get into some good discussions.
See, isn't that better than Facebook Live?
Yeah. Yeah, this is really good. Anybody else? Jim? Dusty? Mary? Terry?
Piggybacking on what Grace just said, it is better than Facebook Live, because the problem with Facebook Live is we can see the 6 people here and we can have an intimate conversation. on Facebook Live, you have no clue who is watching and
Yeah.
looking at that. And there's an element of privacy that is missing. And we don't get into these intimate conversations on Facebook. It's challenging to get into an intimate conversation like this.
Well, I wouldn't have said this.
Well, exactly. So
And
it's
are you okay if I post this in the group?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
and the
one.
group is private.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's, well, the World Miracle Peace Experiment group is not private.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was.
No, it's not a private group.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
It's a good learning, Grace. And I almost wanted to say, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if you shared that with your neighbor?
If I if I thought she could handle, because she doesn't know I was angry at her.
Oh,
I didn't yell at her. I didn't, but I was internally fuming. It was like, and, venting to people I knew, to other neighbors. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not what we do in yoga. Judgment, judgment. But really the opportunity to peel this little piece back and heal it was a beautiful opportunity to me that I would have missed if I stayed in my anger.
Yeah, no, it's very true. But it might be very healing for her, especially if she knows the story of you and your daughter.
yeah. And my gut
Yeah.
says go there.
Mhm.
It really is. And I want to thank you, Grace. It's very courageous to say that, what you shared. And I think it's important that we all look at why we get angry, because there are so many things underneath. I mean, Marbeth and I are talking a lot about how certain things that are going on in my life that are creating some physical pain that wasn't there before I got to where I'm at
Mm.
very moment. It's like, so physical pain, is always to me, in my world, it's always something emotional. And
I live in the same world.
yeah, so we've been laughing a lot about it, and like, oh, come on, this is not releasing. What is going on here?
Mhm.
And it's getting to that core that you're talking about. So when you share that, it was very heartwarming, and I appreciate you being so courageous and sharing that, because that is a very courageous piece that you shared.
Thank you.
Oh, Grace is wonderful. We did our Kundalini yoga teacher training together many years ago.
Many. Yeah, it's coming on many, isn't it?
Yes, it's many years ago. So yeah, she's extraordinary. And well, wonderful. Everybody here is extraordinary. I'm so excited. Yeah. So does anybody else want to say anything? Any comments?
Well, I was just wondering if it's going to be possible to have some very detailed instructions on your site so that people wouldn't blunder about as badly as I did to get online today.
You were online. You got
I
online.
found that I was on and off about 3 times before I finally figured that I was pushing the wrong button for the wrong thing. And I'm just wondering, I'd like to be able to post something simple that allows people to join in, but maybe they're not any better than I am and need.
It's just a matter of clicking the link, or there are. I put all the instructions in the post. So I guess you'll get better at it. No. Anything else? Dusty, Mary, Aura Gold.
Or Beth, just want to say thank you.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I don't really have anything to share at the moment, but I just want to say thank you so much for this, and I'm excited about the weekly meeting. I need to run now because I'm on my way to another World Peace Meditation group.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to go, but thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Take care. I look forward to next week.
Okay, me too. And is this a good time for everybody, the 5 o'clock?
Pretty much.
It is good for me. Yes.
Yeah, this is the time that just showed up for me. So, you know,
I just wanted to say, as we do the meditations about peace and love, and I feel more loving in my own life. You know, it helps us to feel loving and kinder to ourselves,
yes,
and to, you know, be nicer to ourselves, have more compassion and kindness.
that's beautiful. And I've discovered that also, because everything that we are doing, there's really only one being here. And everything that we're doing to ourselves. Even we may think that we're interacting with other people, we're actually interacting with ourselves. It's the way it is, you know. So if we can get more compassion in the world, it doesn't just affect us, it affects thousands of other people. It's the way it is. It's a beautiful thing. Releasing any anger, any guilt, any fear, it just affects everyone on the planet because we're all one giant organism, you know? So it's a beautiful thing. So I feel complete.
Mhm.
Does anybody have any other comments? Or I love this group. I love it. I love the Zoom here.
I'd like to pipe in and say thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you everybody for being here. And I'll post this up on our Facebook group. I'll take the meditation out. I can edit that. And you know, just put that up as a weekly meditation. You know, I think that could be a good thing. You know, if you think of it during the week and you want to follow it, it's going to be there.
Cool.
So, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, I love you all.
Love you.
Love you.
You too.
Love you very much.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ruby.
Bye.